Sponsored by Natex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
We're done with the precipitation, which is nice. The thing is, though, we still have a lot of cloud cover out there, and temperatures obviously still very cool. The good news is later on this evening, our clouds will begin to thin out. Right now, we're at 38 degrees in Danville, Watsika, Champaign, Decatur, 38 also in Lincoln, Jacksonville, and 39 in Springfield, which is where we have our Flowing America camera up on our roofing dog. On it, you can see the cloud cover, and there is a little bit of time, some mist out there and some drizzle, but we are pretty much done now with the precipitation now for quite a while. Now, the winds have been out of the northwest, unfortunately, pretty chilly, up to around 20 miles per hour. The good news is, though, we do expect things to clear out, making for a nice sunny start to our day tomorrow. It'll be cold tonight, but our temperatures do warm up nicely here for the weekend. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
It's official. Kids won't be returning to the classroom this school year. What the future now looks like.
Taylorville, my hometown, has had 2 senior facilities overrun with COVID.
And he's using those outbreaks to guide the president's decision about when to reopen the country. What he says those conversations look like. And a man was arrested after an FBI investigation. What agents say he was talking about in an online chat room.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
Folks, I've said time and time again, my decisions are hard ones, but they will follow the science. And the science says our students can't go back to their normal routine.
And that means in-person K-12 classes are canceled for the rest of the school year. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini. Now, to be clear, today's announcement only impacted those K-12 schools. Governor Pritzker made no mention about the state's stay-at-home order. Flanked by the state's top doctor and top school administrator, Pritzker said e-learning will continue for kids. On the same day, the state revealed its highest single-day infection count. Now, the governor said learning will be different in each district, but he's confident the learning opportunities will expand. The State Board of Education has encouraged districts to determine a local method of taking attendance or checking student engagement, and some graduation requirements have been waived for seniors. And as students and parents continue to adjust to this new normal, ISBE's superintendent spoke about additional available resources.
In addition to the Call for Calm text support line, our agency website also has a page dedicated to mental health resources with guides for how to talk to children about this public health crisis and other resources. It's at isbe.net/mental health.
Dr. Ayala said the state is not expecting students to return to class caught up, but the State Board of Education will release transition guidance to help schools address learning loss and students' social emotional needs. A 7th person at Fairhaven's Senior Living in Decatur has died from COVID-19. The Macon County Health Department says she was a woman in her 80s. Photos of nurses and staff at the facility not wearing personal protective equipment circulated on social media. The center says it's been following all CDC guidelines. The Department of Public Health announced another 1,800 cases of the contagion in Illinois. 62 more people have died from it. That brings the total number of cases to more than 27,000 and more than 1,100 deaths. The governor took a tour of one of the alternate care facilities being set up for coronavirus patients. McCormick Place in Chicago was among several locations being transformed across the state. The facility was built in less than 4 weeks inside the convention center. It'll be able to house 3,000 patients. The old Vibra Hospital in Springfield will also be used for these patients. County health departments are now being asked to regulate the use of PPE. Administrators we spoke to say people are directing concerns to them, often after seeing retail or food service workers without masks. But that doesn't mean the county can force people to wear PPE. Vermilion County's public health director told us health departments don't have that authority. In Champaign, Health District Administrator Julie Pride says the department tries to sort things out cooperatively.
Some of the things that we seem to be running into are more like a corporate policy. You know, there's everywhere, and I just explained to him that, you know, in our community, this is how what we are recommending from public health to take care of people.
Earlier this month, the governor said he recommended, of course, people wear masks in public. He said his administration is weighing whether the measure will be a requirement. Speaking of masks, WCIA 3 is partnering with CUPHD, United Way, and EDC to collect homemade masks for essential employees throughout the county. Right now, there's a shortage of available cloth masks. This is a small way we can give back and show we are in this together. The goal is to collect thousands of masks. This drive will be April 28th in our back parking lot in Champaign. You should follow CDC guidelines for mask making and put them in a sealed plastic bag. On the 28th, you can drive up, toss your mask into a bin, and drive off with no contact. So please, if you can, help us out. We have new information tonight about an FBI investigation in Christian County. A concerning discussion in an online chat room led federal agents to arrest a man for illegally having guns. We showed you on Wednesday this house on Sarah Street in Assumption was being searched. 50-year-old Randall Burris was arrested for possession of guns by a felon. The FBI was tipped off about a conversation happening in an online chat room. Federal prosecutors say the users appeared to be planning an attack or a shooting at a school, mosque, or synagogue. Burris was identified as one of the users. A search warrant of his home revealed several guns and boxes of ammunition. If convicted, he faces up to a decade in prison. We have a follow-up to two shootings that happened hours apart yesterday in Champaign. Police say one person was shot in each incident. They were 23 and 17 years old. Both of them are recovering. Police say investigations are ongoing and not being affected by this COVID-19 pandemic. Champaign Mayor Deb Finan says, as after every shooting, she is concerned for the community.
The people responsible need to be brought to justice. We cannot let gun violence terrorize our community. It's just not acceptable.
In total, there were 100 confirmed incidents of gunfire in Champaign last year. Police say that running count is up to 33 this year. A woman was killed in a car crash early this morning in Danville. It happened just before 3 on Vine Street, west of Coke Street. Investigators say the car left the road, hit a pole, and crashed into a ravine. The woman's been identified as 43-year-old Carrie Nixon. The cause of that crash is under investigation. Crews responded to a house fire last night. It happened on North Edward Street in Decatur. A small dog and cat were rescued by fire crews. The cause of the fire is being investigated by the Decatur Fire Department's Investigations Bureau. Sitting at home means you might be going to the fridge more often. One group in central Illinois is helping people avoid that quarantine 15. Plus, one city is getting money to repair homes. How you can get help to keep your house in shape.